Hello and welcome everybody. Farmer Donkey here. We are back on our Calmlands one tile challenge. This is going to be episode 26. Um, so we did go ahead and skip over to April. Um, Mostly because there wasn't going to be a whole lot for us to do in March. During March, we did go ahead and put our um put we put 5 more trees into our sawmill, and that was honestly about it. Did a little bit of cleanup and took a pallet of wood beams over to our house. So we're just cleaning up the stumps over here. But now that it is April, we have we have 2 fields ready to mow. Well, I mean, if we include this one with all the trees in it. So we'll probably, yeah, we should be a lot better off at trying to cut the grass this time rather than if I can get this stump. I know it's like right here. Well, that must be right under my tire then. Yep, there it is. Okay. Oh, did that get it? Oh, there's just that one piece right there. All right, and I think you gotta love how tricky it is to try and get these wood chippers to work right. I don't know. Maybe there's another stump. Doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. All right, so get that put away, and then we can run a few more trees back in that line. But we've definitely been getting quite a bit of other wood products. Um, so we currently have 3,000 liters of prefab walls that we could sell. Um, we might honestly do that. But do kind of also want to see what we have in the used market. You never know. Looks like we don't have money for that. There's a forge harvester that we definitely don't have money for, but it's always nice. And a weeder that can also seed. Don't think we need that as well. But it's always good to look. Our crops are growing nicely. You can see our barley is getting ready to harvest here in a couple more months. And then same thing with our canola will be ready in about 3 more months. So we'll have a little bit of time between, well, like a month between the barley and the canola. Uh, we do have to run the mower. And I kind of had an idea for running the mower. Um, but hear me out. So our mower is kind of heavy and it tends to tip the tractor. So I was thinking, what if I were to use that pallet of cement that we have as like a front weight, like an additional front weight, see if that would um maybe help. Oh, just a little bit. So I think we will use Deutz for the small mower when we go in between the trees. This tractor is starting to run pretty badly maintenance-wise, but it's not too bad for about just under 60 hours on it. All right, so I wonder if we go ahead and grab that pallet of cement. Will that be enough to counter the big old mower that we have now? Does look like our map grass isn't quite ready to mow, but at least the two fields are definitely ready to mow. But I'm kind of pushing away from mowing the map grass as much as I really don't want to just sit here and do silage without something to feed it to, you know? And we're kind of sitting pretty decent on money at the moment. I'm not sure exactly how many I'm not sure exactly how much those, I guess we could call them pallets of prefab walls, how much we're going to need of those for our project over here. But it is definitely looking, it's coming along pretty nicely. Okay, can I fold it without tipping? That's the real question. Let's take a look. So yeah, it looks like we still need 3,000 more wood beams. So that'll probably be a couple of months with our... Oh yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Yeah, with needing 3,000 more, that'll probably be 3 months worth, because I think we get maybe a pallet a month from our sawmill, which isn't bad. If I can drive, maybe if I brought this up a little bit higher, would that act more of a counterweight? Yep. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the mowing done. And then there's a few things that I wanted to bring you guys in for. So I will catch up to you all once the mowing is complete. So we'll see you then. So we finished mowing both the fields, and we got that all compacted down and collected, and so we blanketed the silo. But what we wanted to do is, I think, because we were looking at our time-saving stock check, and it looks like we can possibly go ahead and sell our prefab walls. I don't think we're going to need those right away. So I think we should be able to sell that for a little bit of profit, and then we will be able to get that back pretty quickly as far as when we will need those for the build project. So I think we'll hope that they're not too heavy. Drive these over here real quick and get them sold, see if we can't make a little bit of money. Nice, nice. Okay. It's about 6,400 a stack. That's not bad. And then we also have plenty of planks that we could potentially sell. Well, not regular planks, but long planks. I think it's a good time. Yeah. Okay, so it's above the max price as well. So I think we'll sell those also. And that should give us a good start on what we want to do next. Now, we will have to wait until next episode for sure to fully do what we want to do. But I think we can go ahead and get started with the first half of it. Now, we don't need planks long at the moment for our project, because what it needs is beams. Oh, can I? Ooh, this is going to be a topsy-turvy load. All right. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. You love to see it. All right. So I think, yeah, we'll grab this last stack here. I don't think we have any beams ready. Because otherwise I'd just run those up to the project. All right. So we're sitting about 112,000, which isn't super bad. I don't think it's time for furniture just yet. But it does look like we have 6,000 liters of furniture. How much? Okay, yeah, and it holds up to 47,000. So I think we are good when it comes to that. Now, what I wanted to put down is something I've been talking about doing for the longest time, and I just haven't put it down. So, I wanted to put down a cattle pen. Question is, can I... Oh, do I need something that big? Um... Hmm. That would be a little bit more expensive. Looks like I would have to cut down a few more trees over here in order to get that placed. What other options do I have? Not a whole lot. Oh, I could. Hmm. Oh, because that would cut into our crop field just a little bit. Okay, yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to cut down a few more trees before we do that. So we might hold off until next month. And then what I can do off camera is I do need to go ahead and put some more wood in there. I think off camera, what I will do. Oh, we still got a lot of time on this episode. So I'll grab our winch. And then I think what we can do is go trim a few trees out over here. And then maybe we can plop down that cattle pen. All right, so question is, which trees are we going to cut out? So when we look at it, I think I do want it to be, oh, yeah, that might be the best way to do it, is to put it right there. I just have to cut down 2 trees. Looks like this one over here. And I'll also have to get the stump grinder out. Actually, I think what I will do, just to be on the safe side, and it's going to be a lot more trees that we're definitely going to end up cutting down. But I think what I can do is, if I cut down this whole row over here, we can run in real quick and hit it with the stump grinder. It might give us a little bit more flexibility on the other side. If not, we'll probably just end up cutting down a row on the other side as well. And that should cover us for, I would say, a couple months when it comes to our wood. So we won't necessarily replant these ones over here. We still need to go ahead and replant the ones that we cut down in March over on the other field. But yeah, I think what we'll do, now that those are cut down, is we'll hop in our tractor, if we can see, and try to drag a few of them over to the sawmill. If I remember correctly, I can do, I know it'll allow me to do 4 at a time, but I think weight-wise, it's easier for me with this one to just do 3 of them. Beep, beep, beep. All right. And it's the fun tree dance game. All right. back you back up. I didn't think about that. I might be able to squeeze through over there. And what does that leave me? 1, 2, 3. 3 trees left? Okay. So that might work out just perfectly for 3 and 3. So that should be about 2 months worth of wood. And our sawmill. That might get us maybe one more growth stage out of the next batch of trees before we have to cut them down. So definitely want to look at that. And then we also need to look at I forgot what I was going to say. We also need to run around and jump through trees. Look at repairing our tractor. That's what I was going to say. Because it is damaged. Man, oh man, is it damaged. I am surprised it is driving at the moment. But it has definitely been the workhorse on our farm. And power-wise, it still very much is going to probably remain that. I doubt we're going to get anything in this playthrough with more power. But you never know. So I wonder, once we get those stumps ground down, will it be just right to get the pen in, or am I going to have to go ahead and cut down the rest of those on the other end? So, I mean, leaving the cows with a little bit of shade wouldn't be the worst option. And then if we put a fence, we can always work around getting the trees out of the pasture. But trying to get it to where I can get some milk from some dairy cows. I mean, the other cheap option would just be doing beef cows, but I don't know how much longer it'll take for us to get to our goals. And so I'm not sure if beef cows are going to be the way to go just because of the time for the return on that investment. Is that still running? Oh, yeah. Ooh. So I've been paying to turn nothing into flour. Got it. All right. So we get these dropped off. We'll grab the mulcher, go mulch those stumps real quick. Oh. Okay, apparently that one just went right into there, but that's not where I was trying to store it. All right. There we go. Well, I mean, on the bright side, it does mean that we have another option for making furniture for a second. I was not meaning to deposit the wood there, but it'll do. It'll do. All right. We got our stump grinder real quick. Let's go grind these stumps, and then we'll see if we can't get that cow pasture down. And the apple production, it's definitely been doing its share of work. Been getting a couple thousand a month off of it, so it's been pretty helpful. It's been keeping us out of the red and helping us kind of keep up with how our loan is going. Come on. There we go. All right. And hopefully this will be the last stump of the episode. That would be super amazing. All right. Let's see if we can't get it down now. I think I do want. Okay, so it says it overlaps with another object. Um, hmm. Yeah. Ah, what happened? All right. And I want to switch to segment type. You know what? It comes with fences. Yeah, I'll buy the meadow. Yeah, we should still be able to get in, even though it's just kind of going over the top of that fence over there. But the question is, does look nice. Ish. Ooh, I don't like that. But we'll get that situated a little bit later. Should still be able to get feet in. The only other thing is we will need. All right, so silos. Okay, I think probably put that there. That should allow us to put straw in there. And then we need should be a milk tank one. So we can get our milk out. Wait. Silo extension. Yep. Okay, so we'll put milk. Place the milk there. And we will want to be able to collect slurry. All right, so we'll get the slurry here. And then the last thing we should need is a manure heap. That is huge. Don't think I need anything that big. I think that might be our smallest option for... Oh, we could do that. Just like an open heap. That is huge. You know, actually, I think I will just... That'll do. We can work with that. All right. There we go. Now we have our cow shed down. Interesting. All right, so now how bad is it to buy cows for here? Now we do want to get a couple of them that are a little bit older. Let's see. All right, so buy 30 cows that are good for milking. Right off the bat. There we go. Now, there we are. We got some shade. But I do... I do think we need to go ahead and buy a little bit of food for them just to get them into next month, so we don't starve our animals on this farm. Go in here. We'll buy 2 bales of silage. So I think that's what we're just going to feed them. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about doing TMR, but that should get us going. And then we can kind of just worry about dealing with the slurry for now until we get some straw, because that's only a couple months away. Then we can put the straw in the cow pasture as well. So I think we'll just drive up there. I probably will just keep the mulcher on as a counterweight. We'll go grab our bales real quick. And then, yeah, we will be pretty well set as far as our cows. Oh, wow. I didn't realize there was looks like a couple cherry trees right there. They look good in the spring. Right, and there are our bales. Should be able to pick up 2 of them, I hope. But we will definitely see. All right. I hope 5,000 liters. Well, no, I guess it'd be 10,000. Is going to be enough for the cows, at least to get them till next episode. We should have plenty of silage ready then, and I think what we'll do is put a good chunk of it in. Or what we might do is, yeah, so we'll put it in just to make sure the cows are fed a little bit every oh no, that hurt. That yeah, we did not get anywhere close. I didn't even think about driving over that trigger. So we got 1 bale of silage. Hopefully it lasts. If not, well, they got a little bit of grass in there to eat, so. Cool. That was my other concern, was that it's just not level enough. But it looks like it will work just fine. So, I think that is where we will go ahead and leave this episode. So, thank you all for joining us today, If you enjoyed the video, please consider smashing that like button for me. And if you don't mind, go ahead and watch the rest of the series. See how you enjoy all that, and definitely check out the list of awesome content creators down below that have also been doing this challenge. And yeah, until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.